cloak and reveal that she has absolutely no face. But she'll only do it if you're driving. Otherwise, she'll just disappear.
Wow.
And so a lot of people have gone into accidents and have crashed. And my grandfather actually saw her.
Wow.
But thankfully, she just disappeared before anything happened to him. But
that's good.
Yeah, like that's just creepy.
I saw this video the other day of like, you know, those scare videos where there's like someone creepy standing there and you walk in and they're just like standing there looking at you. It was that, and like this guy walks in and he gets scared of like this woman standing there in white, and he like slowly walks past her, and then she just turns and stares at the door, and he comes back and he smacks her in the back of the head and kicks her and knocks her down. It was pretty great.
That's the best way to prove if it's a ghost or not.
Although, if it actually is, you kind of bone.
Yeah, because now you pissed it off.
Yeah. Like, if you go for the smack, and you just go right through it, and then it turns around and kills you.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Also, that reminded me of a Japanese urban legend I heard. Apparently, and this was the reason that I found this interesting is because they used it on Constantine.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, the episode in New Orleans with Jim Corrigan. It's this woman who walks the streets. I think it's a certain bridge actually, and the legend says that she was a woman married to this man, and then she became unfaithful, so he cut her lips like this.
Ooh, like Joker style.
Yeah.
She cut basically from like lip to ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she walks like this bridge or like a certain path of road. And if you walk past her, she'll walk up to you and say, she'll have like a medical mask on. And she'll say, do you think I'm pretty? And if you say yes, she'll remove the mask and you'll see the scars. And she'll say, do you still think I'm pretty? And like if you freak out, she'll kill you.
At which point you still go, yes, mama.
And if you do that, she'll be like, okay, I'll make you pretty like me. And then she'll pull out a pair of scissors and kill you.
But what if you say no? So there's no winning. No, is what you're saying.
The way you do this, if you ever go to Japan, remember this.
All right.
The way you beat this ghost is if she's like, do you think I'm pretty? You say, I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry, I have to go.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. At least she respects timetables.
Yeah. There's also, I don't remember how to get past this one, so if you run into this, you're boned.
Oh, fuck.
But there's a bathroom ghost.
Oh, no.
And apparently it's this very handsome man.
Okay.
And he asks you if you want red toilet paper or white toilet paper.
Okay.
And I think either way he kills you.
What if I say, I don't need any, I'm peeing?
Well, then you're probably not in a stall. I think he comes to you when you're in a stall.
But what if the urinals are busy?
Oh, that's a good point.
They're busy, so you go into a stall and you pee, and it's like red toilet paper or white toilet paper. It's like, I'm peeing. I need to go.
I'm good.
I'm late for a meeting.
That's it then. Any Japanese ghost, you just go, I'm late for a meeting. Peace out.
You just walk out still peeing.
Yeah. But yeah. Getting back on topic, local legends from my family. We actually have one that's specifically in my family.
Oh, cool.
And so we own this land in Pine Ridge called Wolf Creek. It's a big spot of land.
Yeah.
And on it, there's this big hill we call the Bald Top because no grass grows there, so it looks like it's bald.
Oh, damn.
I don't know why we came up with that name. For that exact reason, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And we were kids. But there is a circle down there that's marked with 4 flags of the red, black, yellow, and white, which are the Lakota colors.
Yeah.
And it's like forming a circle. And from what I've been told, if you step in that circle, you're cursed.
No.
To that, when you are alone, a demon of sorts will come out of the shadows and drag you into the shadows with it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. I actually have a similar one to that.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so this happened to my mom's cousin. This happens to my mom's family a lot, apparently.
Yeah, mom's family is like super attracted to ghosts.
Yeah, so this happened to my mom's cousin, and he was basically the urban legend was if you are a problem child or person, and you continuously disobey your peers and stuff like that, and you're rude to them. In Mexico, and specifically in this city, there is the devil in the form of a giant dog. It's about like a 4-foot tall dog.
Is it the same dog from the earlier story?
No, this one's bigger. The devil one is like a dog-like creature. It's not exactly,
okay.
But in this one, it is like a dog. It's like a giant, big Doberman. And so if you disobey your family, it'll come after you, right? And so my mom's cousin used to disobey his family a lot, and he would be really rude. And one day he got into a fist fight with his dad.
Oh, wow.
And so he walked out in the middle of the night, and around 3 or so in the morning, according to him, this is the last thing he remembers. He was walking down the street, and all of a sudden this giant dog with glowing red eyes jumps out in front of him, and he becomes paralyzed.
Oh, wow.
And then in the next morning, when they were out looking for him, they found him at the top of a hill all by himself. Like, he couldn't remember how he got there, but he was just there, passed out. And so the idea is that the dog dragged him up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Right? Isn't it?
Yeah. That thing would definitely come find me if I lived there.
But yeah. So there's a lot of little stories down there.
Lesson learned, don't be an asshole.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't steal $30,000 worth of video game
Let's send
donations.
that guy. Let's find that guy. Send him to the small town. Let him get dragged to a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? You got any other ones?
I don't know if it's like a legend or anything, but I just remember, this is all I can really think of right now, is an old story of my grandpa. I can't remember his name. My great-grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a drunk.
Okay.
And he also played music, though.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a small town right next to Pine Ridge called White Clay, which is technically in Nebraska.
Yeah.
But there's like a path you can walk from there to my land, my family's land. And so he would go there and play shows at a bar and then come back. Mm-hmm. And one night he was doing that, and he was walking and he was drunk. And like he just hears music playing. Mm-hmm. And when he gets to the ball top, he gets to the top to find who's playing the music, and it's a giant chicken.
What?
Yeah.
I need you to paint this picture for me.
Okay, so he gets to the top,
and
there's a giant chicken. Like, imagine the chicken from Family Guy that Peter always fights, but playing the guitar.
All right.
And so he sits down and he starts playing with him. And
all right.
I've only been told this story secondhand. But apparently the last thing he remembers is that, and then he's back home the next morning.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Giant chickens play music.
Yeah. Wolf Creek is apparently crazy haunted, though.
That sounds like a really cool place, though.
The bald top, apparently, the reason it's actually bald is because it was used to bury a bunch of dead bodies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn. Wait. That doesn't make any sense.
The
dead
rocks.
Bodies. Oh.
Yeah, when you cover them, you put rocks there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, dead bodies would make really good fields for growing stuff.
But no, then they piled rocks on top. Rocks and rocks and rocks.
All right. That would explain it.
All right. So there are just like a bunch of different stories. Apparently Sasquatch lives out there.
Oh, damn. Not Sasquatch.
Yeah. My grandpa, who owned the land before he passed away, he lived out there basically by himself with his wife and a bunch of dogs. And one night in the middle of the winter, like the dogs just start barking, and then they get really quiet, start like whimpering. And my grandpa goes and he grabs a shotgun, different grandpa than before.
All right.
And he's going outside and looking around, and he finds his dogs underneath the porch, just like crying, scared to death.
Oh.
And he sees big footprints leading from his house down to the creek.
Oh.
The Wolf Creek, if you will.
Damn.
And he just follows them. He grabs a flashlight and a shotgun, and he follows them. And then they get to a little bit of a river kind of thing. Not I don't know what I'm trying to say. A little bit of a lake, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like where the little bit of a dam, so it's piled up water.
Mm-hmm.
And the footprints just stop there.
All right. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That's creepy.
Yeah.
That reminds me of... Now, this isn't from Mexico, and this was actually a news article that I read about in Chile. You know the story of the chupacabra?
Yes, I do.
So, for those who don't know, chupacabra is a South American, Central American mytho who no one can agree on what it looks like. Some people think it looks like a giant lizard thing. Other people look, it's an insect, has wings. I don't know.
And it's a chihuahua.
And it kills things. But then the reason it's called the chupacabra is because in Spanish, chupa means suck and cabra means goat. So it's basically goat sucker. But what it does is it drains animals of blood. And in Chile, apparently there was an article that was really highly spread apart, and it was really popular, about this farmer whose dog started going crazy. And so he went out and he saw this giant hunched over creature grabbing hens and just slitting them open and drinking them. And the dogs would refuse to get close to it. They were just kind of huddled near the door, just
I would too,
freaking out. And so the farmer goes out there and he yells out, and so he looks, and the creature just like looks over at him and then looks like turns around and then just fuck, I hit something. And he just starts flapping away.
I looked away for a second. That scared the shit out of me.
I don't know what this is. It looks like a tripod.
Okay.
But like it just starts flapping away and it just flies away. So now the chupacabra can fly. Apparently. How do you feel about that?
It's getting more and more powers. It's like Superman.
Yup. It's terrifying.
Pretty soon it can shoot laser beams.
Yeah. Did you hear about the new run of Superman where Lois Lane revealed his secret?
Yeah, I've actually been reading that. It's all
what
right.
do you think about that? Because I know a lot of people are mad that Lois Lane revealed his secret.
Yeah, it's all right. That's all I can really say.
Yeah. Regardless.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm all out of stories.
You're all out of stories?
Yeah.
There's I just want to touch on one last story. This isn't a local or anything. It's just an urban legend that I just remembered that I really like. Basically, it's this woman who, as she goes to work in this new office, there's this guy in a hearse who drives by and stops and says, "Do you need a ride?" And she's like, No, I'm fine. And he's like, "Well, there's room for one more if you need it." So she's creeped out because it was a hearse that asked her for to give her a ride. And so she just goes up and she takes the elevator and she goes up and everything's fine. And then the next day, the guy comes back. He's like, "Do you need a ride, ma'am?" And she says, "No, I don't need one." And he's like, "Well, there's always room for one more." And so he drives away and she goes up. And then on the third day, he's like, "Do you need a ride, ma'am?" And she's like, "No, I don't need a ride." And he's like, "Well, there's always room for one more if you ever need it." So she goes in, and as she's going to go into the elevator, it's pretty full. But someone stops the door and is like, "Do you need to get in?" And she's like, "No, I'll just take the stairs." And he's like, "I mean, there's room for one more in here." She's like, "No, it's fine." And so the elevator's closed and she goes up the stairs. And then all of a sudden she just hears a and she goes back downstairs and the elevator has collapsed and everyone died inside.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy luck.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think the scary part comes with the hearse guy saying, there's always room for one more, when there was room for one more in the elevator. So the theories I've heard on that story is that the guy driving the hearse was Death, wanting to take her, but she refused. And so, he was going to take all those people in the elevator, and he wanted her as well, but she just wouldn't go in. I thought that was pretty creepy. Yeah.
So then she becomes Final Destination?
I think so.
Dang.
Yeah. Damn.
What a dick.
Right? Oh, well. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's the end of the show. Is
that anything else?
What are we going to talk about next week? I was thinking either horror movies / TV shows or ghost stories.
I think we're all ghost storied out for like next week, I think we should do horror movies and TV shows.
Okay.
I think this gives us time to reset our ghost story filter. So yeah, next week